Daha yükleniyor, bir dakika.
Tamam.
Sonra bir link gelecek.
Yüklenince teknik desteklik arkadaşlarımız bilgi versinler.
Tamam, vereceğim.
When it will start, I will say you, Mr. Muhammed. Yes.
Of course, of course.
Sonra bir link gelecek. Tamam.
Dilara başladık mı? Şu an YouTube'da canlıda mıyız?
Evet, canlı yayındayız şu anda.
Tamam, şu an başladık. Okay. Mr. Mohammed, we are now in live in YouTube and we will start our meeting. Yeah. Hello everyone. Today we are meeting for our first international organization as a TİİBÖT. The subject of this meeting is, as you know, from our banners, International Entrepreneurship Conversations. For this subject, we have a special guest, Mr. Mohammed Farooq. Let me tell you about Mr. Mohammed, and after that, he will give you a detailed information about himself and his projects. Mr. Mohammed Farooq, currently a student in Yaşar University, doing his doctorate in business administration, and he is content writer, blogger, and social entrepreneur. He has worked in private and governmental organizations, consultancies, NGOs, and various other organizations through his career. Yes, Mr. Mohammed, we are grateful to today meet with us, and
thank you so much.
Give you the it's your time. You can tell about yourself. We can start with you.
Thank you so much, Musajan. Thank you so much, Dilara, entire team of TİİBÖT, Dalha, everyone. I'm so honored to be here. It's been great to know you all, and thank you so much for the platform. As Musajan already introduced me so well, thank you so much for your words. I am Mohammed Farooq. I'm from Pakistan, and I'm currently studying in Yaşar University. I'm doing my PhD in business administration. And beside that, as he mentioned, I work in various government and private sector organizations. I've also joined some companies as their main content writer, blogger, and marketer. And I'm working with some international companies as well right now for the blogging. Some of the famous organizations for whom that I write, I would like to mention. One of them is UNICEF's Voices of Youth organization. It's a project of United Nations. So I write blog for them time to time. And there are some companies in Turkey that I write blogs for. I also sometimes do writings for my university. I have been associated with various non-governmental organizations too. One of them was Cancer Care Hospital. It was one of the biggest cancer hospital in South Asia. Plus, I've also been associated with Guinness Book of World Records. Many of you know about it. People who set records for the world. And then I didn't set a record, but I was just in their team. So also I worked as a web developer. Also, I sometimes I do graphic designing for some projects too. But my main area of focus is content writing and research work. So this is my forte. And today we are going to talk about our social project that I just started this year, a few months ago. It's the Raise Turkey. So we are going to talk about that. Should I tell now everything?
Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed. Yeah, you can tell your project and as we said, your website. You can also tell, and our technical support will be right the chat box, and people can visit your website also. Yes.
All right. So as I mentioned about my project, it's a social entrepreneurship and a social uplift project. Today we talk about sustainability the most. Sustainability is an issue that has been discussed in various organizations. Plus, it is also being discussed as a tool that everyone should follow. So this project is like a mixture of sustainability and social uplift. So the project is named as the Raise Turkey. It's www.theraise, Turkey.com. So as the name suggests, the raise means to uplift, like a child. When you uplift him, when he's becoming bigger, is growing, this is raising. So this is the idea behind this project, to raise those segments and those children of the society of any age that somehow, due to lack of resources, cannot study or get higher education, or sometimes especially go to the basic school, or especially learning a new language. I've also been working as an English teacher, actually, when I came to Turkey 3 years ago. So when I was teaching in some schools and some university students, some managers, so I realized that some of them, they learn English, especially when they reach to their university or high school. So and whenever I used to talk to them, they used to say two things like, "Hi, how are you? Fine, thanks. And you? Thank you. Sit down." These three words. So it was like I'm talking to a robot. So then I started to work, and I started to figure out the problem, and I realized the courses are so expensive and some of them cannot afford. So they go to the public school, and the public school, they're not normally teaching it. So this idea came in my mind. So I was working on it. Then I went to my exchange program in France, and there I worked with an organization. They were pretty much working the same thing, but I just tried to refine it. So our idea is to associate a university volunteer who is a university a student, and we will ask him or her to spend 1 hour of their week, at least, with a student who deserves some help in tutoring, some help in learning a new language, anything. It's not compulsory. It's not that you have to teach them this. It's what you're good at. So if you know graphic designing, if you know playing music, if you know playing a guitar, or if you know how to solve chemistry problems, we will request you to spend 1 hour of your week, and we will assign you a child for whom, like, you will work and you will be a kind of a mentor. You will try to help them uplift, and in return, we are going to also offer, actually, we cannot pay right now, so but we are going to offer some benefits to them. We have some internationally recognized trainings. I've been working in a project with some UK clients. It's called AET, Educational Training for People who want to teach. So we will try to give them training. We were working with Talha and your team to give them tokenized system, some incentives for shopping and other things. We will try to give them some certificates, some media awareness. And we have our mentor from United States who is working in education department. So she is going to train them too. So it's a win-win situation in both ends. So we will try to, in future, urge universities, every university, to assign compulsory credit hours to those students. So they have to do some social work to get their degree. And we are going to give them some certificates in the future who are associated with our program, proving that they are working with the social program. And as a result, they have something to show. So in the future, we are going to assign them some credit hours with their degree, which will help them. And if we see the condition of the children, especially, they cannot afford. So even the government resources cannot fill this gap. There are two systems of education in our society. One is a top-notch, top schools. People go there paying thousands of dollars, thousands of liras, let's say, and they can earn, and they remain in this white collar background. They go and they get good jobs. And if you see the background of some blue collar people, they're coming from that background. So they cannot jump on the upper level because of the lack of the resources. So this is how we are trying to gauge those two segments of the society. We are going to also have some application for that, where these lectures will be recorded, and we will discuss what we have in this program for our future vision. But this is the brief idea of the program that we're doing.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed. By the way, our technical support right to your website in our YouTube channel box, and our friends can visit after this meeting, and they can also discover what's happening in there, and they can also be volunteer as your studies, as you talk about, and we will continue. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's great. I would request everyone to just visit it, try to fill the form that we have on the website, and we will try to figure out what you can do, and we will start our trainings really soon. So you can start to have the trainings, and we can push you, we can train you how to work with the child, or how to work with the people that we find. So it would be beneficial for you to, if you have free time, like we spend so much time doing nothing. So this 1 hour would be so beneficial for us. And I would also mention that I was currently, we have some students that I'm currently working with, my close friends, around 20 students that we're teaching. And some of us don't even know what problems they face. So we have weekly class for them. So when we had this weekly class, I saw like the students were decreasing, and I asked, why don't you attend that class? And they said, we don't even have internet, or we don't even have table to put our computer on, or we don't even have some mobile phone camera to join your class. So they're this people that we're trying to help. And in the future, we're also planning to open a physical school for that, and you can come and join and start. So this is our future plan too.
It sounds great. Mohammed. Really sounds great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we can hear you. Everything is okay. Yes.
All right. I would also like to talk about some of the problems that we faced. It sounds really good, but practically it was kind of hard to implement. So initially, this is something we call social entrepreneurship. Now you will be thinking, how is it an entrepreneurship? So our business model is sustainable. When we talk about sustainable, we think about environment. But sustainability, we call it, has three legs, three different parts of sustainability. One is environment, one is economy, one is society. What does that mean? That sustainability should have a good impact on the environment. Sustainability should have good impact on the society, and then it should have an impact on your economy as well, economic side. So no entrepreneur will do something in which he goes in a loss or break even. Break even is when you are in the middle, no profit, no loss. So this is sustainable. How is it sustainable? We are going to engage some brands. We are going to engage some TV and other channels, some sponsoring agencies to sponsor our volunteers. Initially, our plan was to meet those students outside and to offer them lunch or dinner or anything, like buying a KFC, buying a McDonald's or something. They eat something. Some of them, they don't even have like good meal. Like they don't even afford to go outside and have fast food or something. We don't even imagine what they face. So we will ask those brands to sponsor that child, and we will have our university ambassadors for those brands. For example, if I go to KFC with this child for an hour, I will be KFC's ambassador to that university. They will sponsor me, and I will be giving some latest deals, information in my university about KFC. So it's win-win situation for both of them. But we face a lot of problems initially because a social project, we cannot find so much sponsors so easily. People think like, why are we going to invest in this and stuff? I'm currently associated with Minerva. It's Yeshua University's incubation center. Some of you who are studying in Yeshua University, they might know. And it offers some funding, some scholarships. And they told me like, unfortunately, not many scholarship and funding opportunities are for the social projects. So it was really surprising for me. And then if it was an engineering and marketing project, we could find. So, and secondly, some because I'm not from Turkey, so I face some bureaucratic issues. Things work really slow sometimes in Turkey, especially the government department. We tried to get the appointment from some government offices like Ticaret Odası, let's say, or other offices, and they gave us time week after week after week after week, and we couldn't find any help actually, unfortunately. And secondly, we needed data of the students who are actually deserving students who we can teach, and we couldn't find that. We were trying to get the contact of those because we want to help people who really need help. So it's not that someone who can afford and he tries to come and get free lessons or something. We want to help those who really do not afford. So we couldn't get that data. We need that so much. So that was a problem for us, and especially the motivation factor, because this is a long time project. So our team, some of the members of our team, of course, some people join it for your own motivation. Some people want to see some financial benefits or something. So the team, sometimes it changes a lot. Some people who see that the financial benefits are not coming, they leave you. And it keeps happening for every entrepreneur, for every startup owner. Your friends, your close people, if they see that you have no visible future benefit, they can go back, or they can just they just stay silent. So it can change. It's like a lesson for me too. Like some people change, and you have to motivate your new team. The new people can come in, all will leave so fast when they see no progress or slow progress. So this is also a challenge. So I must say that this was something that we had to encounter, and we are still doing it. But in any ways, we also have some hope. We have some good friends and some good people, and we are working so much on this project. Am I speaking so much?
No, it's our what we are waiting.
All right. So okay, so I can say whatever I want to say.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, there was a really good informations. I
Thank
am
you.
listening with all my ears.
Thank you. One more thing that I would like to say, that I've also worked as a communication student, media communication, business communication. So one thing I would suggest you all is really important: to talk to more people, to have more connection, to be more social. All right, it's your personality to be introvert or something, but if you're working as a startup owner, you have to talk to more people. You have to do something. For example, I'll give my example. I was working in Minerva. I just spoke to your team. Like I spoke to TİİBÖT students and TİİBÖT, sorry, and then Orangia team, and they helped me so much. I just spoke once or twice, and then it helped me so much. It helped me to build really nice connection. Like Talha is a really good friend of mine, and he's helping me out so much. And you all, Dilara, you, Musajan. So speaking with more people, speaking and having connection. If you're a young startup, you do not have budgets. The only thing you have is your communication skill, how you market yourself and how you market your project. So just talk to anyone you know, and just talk about them. Just disturb them so much sometimes. Tell them that you're passionate. Tell them that you believe in yourself, and just go for it. And being a foreigner, sometimes I face some issues because of my poor language skills. My speaking is not so good in Turkish. So that's why I also face some issues. So this is something that I would recommend. When you go there, do your SWOT analysis really well. See your strengths and weaknesses, like, and match them. This is called strategic SWOT, when you match your strengths and weaknesses, and your strength with opportunities, your strength with threats. So try to diverse it. And this is also, we name it in business terminology as blue ocean and red ocean strategy. A blue ocean is when you don't have any competition, you just jump there, it's blue. But when you have more people rushing for funds, when more people target for venture capitalists, for angel capitalists, it's red ocean. There's so many people trying to get funds or anything. In this scenario, why would someone give funding to you? Why would someone support your project when they see some project who is promising them some returns in 2 years or a year? So it's something that you have to face. And side by side, I'm studying as well, and I have to work for my own professional life. So this is something that if you cope up, it would help you in the long run.
Definitely true. By the way, Mr. Mohammed, you said I am experienced with lack of English. Maybe after this meeting, we can find a volunteer from our participants who will be want to volunteer as a Turkish English translator in your
Perfect. It would be so
projects.
great. It would be so great. And I would also mention something that we, for every business, those of you who want to start a business or who have their plan, try to do a pilot project first. We tried it, a pilot project is something like, I think all of you know, is starting a project at a really small scale and then see what is the response, and then commercialize it like doing it on a mass scale. So we tried to start it with a pilot project. One idea was to just adopt an orphanage or a public school. Just start with one school in which there are already some students going on and they have some problems. So because, we have to see, this project looks really good, but we have some risks as well. When there is a child who's not even adult and the parents are associating with you, they have questions in their mind. Maybe he can be hurt. Maybe some people have bad intentions. So we have to fix that too. So this was a challenge for us. Like, which place should the volunteer and the person who's teaching, they should meet? There should be security. There should be a better understanding. So when we were doing it, we were trying to think that, okay, let's send our volunteers to an orphanage. and or a public school, and we can just start with one. And even like it's something good that we are doing. We wanted to send some volunteers to an orphanage where they can start teaching some children, especially English or anything. And we couldn't get permission. And some of the person from a government department told that there is no law right now that allows this kind of thing. So when you experience something new, you find out so many new things, that that path that no one previously took. When you walk on that path, you find so many new things, so many new problems. When you find new problems, you will find new solutions. So when we found this, that there's no law, we tried to request the government. We tried to send some emails. I'm waiting for the response right now. I did not receive any response. So if some of you can help me in that, to get some permission from the local like municipalities, someone who can help us finding some place or student that we can teach, I would be really appreciative.
After this channel, I hope you can get some misuse. We will
Yeah, I
upload
hope.
this YouTube, as you know.
Thank you so much. I would be so appreciative. So yeah, and I would tell you one of my biggest motivation that I had when I started this project. I once went with a friend for, I told you about this project in France that I was working in. We once went to a really deserving family in a really small town in France, and we spent some hours with them. It was like 3 years ago, I think, or 2 years ago. And then we came back. There was a small child that we spent time with. It was Christmas days. We took her out. We bought her something. We taught her something, and it was gone. I even forgot it. Then after 2 years, my friend came back from France, and he brought me a letter that that child wrote for me. And she drew a painting of that day that we spent with her. So I realized that children has so much big impact on the little thing that you do. And it lasts so long, and it lasts maybe forever. So think about it, that one day could last such a long impact if we just try to mentor them for a longer time, try to tell them which scholarships you can take, which admissions you can take, how can we help you in your homework. Even we were planning to have some competitions among those students. When we teach someone, we can have some competitions, some quizzes, and we also do this, and sometimes we send them books or some gifts like that, some educational gifts, and it motivates and encourages them so much. So if somehow, some way we can do it, and I hope that some of you would definitely help me to join in. I think we can do unthinkable. I mean, it can. I want this, that it can. It should be in every university of Turkey. Like everyone should spend at least an hour of their week to help someone, to teach someone.
Yeah, of course, we can create a webinar for this, like a good project.
Yeah, it would be so great. I'm so thankful to you. If you guys have any questions or any feedback or anything that you want to ask me, I would be happy to answer.
Actually, we will get the questions from our YouTube channel box, and after that,
yeah, I think I saw a question.
Right. Yeah. Okay. If you can also read, also I can read, but
Yeah,
I
could you
can
please read?
start.
All right.
Okay, I am telling the question. What is your training plan for trainings that need a physical environment? Someone asking about the physical environment projects for you.
For physical environment, I mean, you can tell them it's your choice what you're going to teach. It's completely your choice. If you are good at mathematics, if you're good at physics, we will try, because we are going to create a platform for students and for volunteers too. We will ask those students that in which subject do you need help in? For example, I'm a student, I need help in physics. I will write, okay, I need help in physics. And you're a volunteer, you mentioned that I am good at physics. So we will join you both. So it's your choice what do you want to teach. It's your choice, like you're good in French, you're good in English, whatever you want. So it's your choice. And the training program for the volunteers, we will have weekly workshops of trainings. So weekly there will be a get together or meeting in which our volunteer we have here, she's going to train you all, and she's going to help you to design your lesson plan and to teach them. Or if you want, if you can just help them in their homeworks, you can just help them in their everyday assignments for the high school or their lower secondary schools. If they have problems in their homework, you can just help them in their homeworks. You can also do that.
And also, Mr. Mohammed, lots of people, I am sure that wondering this. It's a classical question. How did you decide to become an entrepreneur? You know, as you said, it's a risky situation, and as you said before, nobody helps at the first time you decide this story. And yeah, how did you decide to become an entrepreneur?
Actually, my basic aim was not to earn so much money and stuff. So because I do something else to earn or something else. But I have been studying business for since my bachelor's. I have been studying business for my bachelor's. And if you study something so much and you do not implement it, it's useless. If you studied business so much and then you start working for someone, and then because if you don't have your own goals and dreams, people will use you to help them to achieve their own goals and dreams. So that was my goal and dream, to have something social that helps the society, and then also it helps me too. So that was my aim and motivation, because I studied so many entrepreneurship projects and the subjects, and I was also working in my country with some startups. I also worked in Germany with some startups when I was in exchange. So so yeah, that motivated me, that I studied so much theory. This is the time to use it, to implement it, to do something for the society. So, and especially I had the subject of social entrepreneurship, and I realized it's so hard to get. So I thought that I should do this. I should do the social entrepreneurship. And I know that because we are, for example, we're a student, we need some time for earning. Like it sometimes it does not pay you anything. Sometimes you have to use your own money for that. So I would recommend you, do not burn your boats. Do not just start business or just jump into your passion without having a backup. If you are working somewhere, be a freelancer, do something else for your money, do something, some other job, and give some time for your passion, sometimes some time for your entrepreneurship. When you see this is developing, then okay, leave that job or that thing and then
After
start
then
it.
transform this area, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
transformation area, like yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I am reading that the questions we have in chat box. How do you intend to develop your platform to benefit people with disabilities? Someone asked me this.
It's a really good question. I think disability has nothing to do with learning. If because we can also start online training. We are right now, the weekly class we have is normally online. So people with disabilities, people with some any kind of we should call them specially able, not disabled. They have some special talents. So those people, they will feel even better. They will have the chance to communicate with someone. If they are a young student, they will have a chance to hear from a university graduate as their brother or sister, as their shade or mentor. So it would be intriguing for them too. And if the specially able, I would say, person is a volunteer, he would find that he's contributing to the society. He would feel more empowered. So I think that is even better opportunities for those people who have some special needs. And the training program, this is not a physical training program. This is an educational program. So this has nothing to do with your special ability or with your special needs. But a good question. Thank you.
Yeah, we are thanking you for your answer. I am reading the other one. Generally, most of people that living in African country have social inequality. Do you have any contact to support them in that area?
Right now, we started this project just in Turkey, but it's, of course, like today we are living in a globalized world. It can extend to anywhere. So yes, this is such a good idea. People who are living far, and I know like some people who pay a lot of money. I'm just talking about English. It includes English, but it's not just English. So especially, I know some people who pay a lot of money to go to some East or West European country just to learn English. So for that countries who do not have access to resources, it could be so great. Universities can have MOUs. University students can have direct connections. I'm currently also associated with PATA. It's a program for international young students. PATA, it's called, and it's a training program too. And we meet a lot of students from the backward, some underdeveloped countries, let's say. So it could be a great platform for them too. We can, but timing can be a little problem. The the time difference could be a little problem. But in the future, we have this plan. We are going to develop our mobile application in which every lecture would be uploaded. So you can access it whenever you want to. And you can contact a trainer whenever you want to contact. And I would love to reach to those countries and to hear some feedback from them.
Yeah, that's okay. The other question, do you have a special training packages for the age group you will teach? Someone asking.
Initially, the students that we started with were like young teenage, like 7, 5, 10, 11, 15. So because at that time you are in your high school or like your lower school, not high school, like secondary school, you go and then you start. But it's not limited to an age group. I also I was doing one thing. I was living in a building, and a lot of international students were living in that building. There were some security guards there, and when Corona started, they had to ask everyone for their HES code, their temperature, everything. So it was a problem for them. So I started teaching the security guards of some building English. So I started some project in Bornova. I started to teach in my university residence and some other guards, and they were so happy. So I think, I mean, we will not have in the future age limits, but initially we are just starting to have this with some children who are university or school goings, because there is also security concern as well. We want to enroll someone who is already enrolled in a college, in a school or a university, because there can be some security issues. We cannot ask anyone to join. Anyone who joins and we don't have his data, we cannot let that. But in the future, we will not have any age group difference. Anyone can join.
Yeah, thanks. And the other question about the challenges, as we talked before, someone asking that what are your plans in case of success or failure? Yeah, it's a good question.
I think there won't be a failure. Even if it's a failure, I will not stop. I will start it in my own country or somewhere, because I'm finding it a little hard sometimes in Turkey. Some situations are hard, but I won't stop. There is no failure in that. There's just learning. This project has already started. I'm teaching some children. I just want to make it bigger. It will never end. It will be either really small or it will become really big. But if I fail, let's say, I think it's like the society fails. I'm trying to uplift some young students, someone who cannot access the education. So, but even if I fail, I will not break my heart. I will just somehow continue to work on it, continue to refine it. Of course, when it fails, there should be internal environmental issues or external environmental issues. Internal environment is something in my control. Like maybe I couldn't plan it well. Maybe I didn't train the volunteers well. Maybe I didn't motivate them. So I'll work on that. I'll change my team. I'll keep on working. If I fail because of external factors, I will of course think that it's not in my hand. Any business can fail. Like Nokia failed. So Microsoft failed in many projects. So anyone can fail.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. The failure is also a part of the learning. It's a ordinary step. It's not a normal situation. Yeah. And the other question, will you see qualifications in people who wants to take part in the program? I think we give an answer for this, but again, you can.
Of course, I can tell again. Thank you for asking the question. Thank you for listening to me. We would just ask you whatever you're good at. If you tell us that I play guitar so well, we will ask you, okay, if you tell us I am good at Photoshop, I do AutoCAD, I do a 3D program or something, we will just ask you what you're good at, what is your strength. This will also give you a chance to improve your own self. Because when you teach, I also taught for 3 years. I was teaching English to some business people, to some students. So it also helped me to learn so much. So when you will teach, you will realize that, oh, I need some more information. There's new development in the field right now. So no qualification needed. You just have to be a university enrolled student because of the security concern. And then if you're good at something, share, I'm good at mathematics, guitar, whatever you like.
Yeah, as you said before. And also he add this question, these qualifications for instructors. Yes, I'm guessing we give the answer already. How we can volunteer in your project, someone asking also. As Mr. Mohammed said, guys, he introduced his websites and we shared in chat box. You can also discover what's going on in there. Also, Mr. Mohammed, you can answer this. Yeah.
You can, there is a contact form on our website, contact and register on the main menu. So our website is also in Turkish as well. We just translated it. So if you have any confusion about that program, you can email me, you can contact me, you can call me, whatever you want. I'm always available. In our website, there's also a WhatsApp button. So initially, whenever you press it, you can reach to us. We have our Turkish team member who can help you to understand the project in Turkish, or you can directly contact me. So you can email us. You can open the website and see contact and register. As soon as you fill the form, it asks you about your name, your email, what you're good at. We will receive it and we will contact you immediately.
Okay. Also, guys, we will attach this website after uploading this video in the description. Yeah. The other question: when that job reach a certain professional level, do you provide still unpaid projects, or do you provide some premium paid projects besides unpaid projects because you need to provide financial support?
This is a really good question. That's what we call a sustainable business model. A sustainable business model is that it can sustain on its own self, because sustainability has one branch in economics as well. Sustainability is just not about environment. So when it will reach to this is our plan. We also have our presentation, and I mentioned it in our business plan on our business canvas. This is how we are going to work. We are going to make our mobile application really soon, in which we are going to upload every lesson, and then it will have some premium accounts, some premium access to more lectures. Plus, we are going to have the merchandise of brands. What would it do? For example, if we are going to have this meeting, let's say the situation gets better after COVID and things start opening, we will have this lecture maybe in a fast food restaurant somewhere, and they will sponsor our ambassador. He will have the special t-shirt or something, or his logo, and we will advertise that brand too on our social media platform. They will use it as their corporate social responsibility, because now company works so much on their CSR. So they will use also this activity to promote their corporate social responsibility image on their own company website or their own company channels. So it's a win-win situation for them. And then, of course, we will run advertisement for different brands or on our application, on the website. So when we have more traffic, of course, we're going to do that. So we also have this a software house support right now. We will do SEO services for our website, and you can have your advertisement on our website, and you have to pay for that.
Yeah. Also, I have a question.
Of course, please.
You talk about some challenges in the beginning of your story, but what was the most challenging one? I am wondering what was the most challenging one for you while implementing the project. I mean, yeah.
There were many challenging parts, because I'm a doctorate student. Like my schedule is really tough, and I also work and teach, and I write blogs, and it's really hard for me to find time. But I'm still so motivated for this. One of the most disheartening part was sometimes, like, we had some meeting scheduled for some officials, and like we were going there. I was ready, and I almost went thrice or more than thrice a week, and it was getting canceled again and again. Like, you have to sit there for hours sometimes to wait for someone, and there's no one. And then sometimes this is also really strange, that something that is sometimes free, it does not have value for the other, because we're offering something for free, and some people think that, oh, like, it's a perception, the psychology. So some people did not some people had really strange comments on this. For example, I was presenting this project somewhere, I will not name that place, and they said that, oh, I will not let my child to attend a class. Maybe the teacher, he support a different political party, and my child, we support a different political party. So this is completely strange. Like, when we talk about studies, we're not going to talk about religion, politics, sports. We're going to talk about some education. So this was really heartbreaking. And plus, initially our team got changed a lot. They were really nice, but sometimes I expected more from them, and everything, because I was a foreigner here, I did not know. So I had to search everything by myself, and I have to make the website, promote it, everything I did was by myself. I just did it by myself. So even I asked help from my own family. They sponsored me for many things, because this was my passion. So initially you're just alone, and people have to believe in you, and the first person to believe in you is yourself. So it was kind of a big problem that I somehow overcome. And plus, I would also say it's not really smooth. Sometimes it can go so well. Sometimes for weeks you don't have any progress. Sometimes for even a month you have no progress. So just be there, just hang in there. I mean, you will get something. So it was also to stick to this project, to attach, to do not stay away from this project, was one of the biggest challenges that I had to encounter.
Yeah, thank you so much. Also, I want to add this. If you don't believe yourself, nobody will believe you. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. The first person to believe in yourself is yourself.
As I can see, there is no another question. Mr. Mohammed, we do not have any question for now, but if you want to add something or all this kind of question or additional about your other projects, we can listen you.
Yeah, thank you so much for asking questions, actually. I would request you all to please give your inputs and feedbacks about it, how we can further improve it, how we can further take it to, if you are in a university and you have some association with some university organization where we can present it, help us and help me and my team to get there. We will be presenting this, and then help us to to get some data of the students who are really under the poverty lines, and help us to get to them, help us to arrange some communication channel with them. And then especially for the IT, if you see some, of course you will see so many issues in our media platform. For example, we need some help in let's say our social media advertisement. So mostly the things I do is alone. Sometimes we have a team. Sometimes they're busy because they're all working. Most of my team members, most of them are working. So help us to get a better social media access and get a better communication strategy, and just that. And if you want, you can contact me anytime. I will be here, and thank you so much. And my future goal, I will share some future targets that we have. In the future, we are going to offer some scholarships for those students who take part in this. We are going to arrange some competition and trips for those students who join this. So, for example, some students who cannot afford to go abroad, we will find some sponsor for them if they score so well. And we are going to train them, international level training. We'll try to give them. We'll try to find some seminars for them. Plus, we will have some trips, some day trips to a nice place. And the methodology of our studies will be completely different. For example, we can go to a nice place or a seaside, in where we will talk about everything we see in English. Especially, I'm just talking about English right now, but it could be any subject. So conversational English, conversation clubs. So like a language cafe, let's say. So this is how we are going to promote it. And then we are going to expand it in every university in Turkey. I would request the governmental authorities, like we are making just good employees, not employers. Our educational system is making employees. We study 4 years of our life, 6 years of our life to get a good employee, to become a good employee, to work for someone. Okay, we have to do this. It's a reality of life, but somehow we have to create this leadership skill in ourselves. So I would request the universities to make it compulsory for them to work for the social sectors, to help to uplift, because government cannot open so many schools. Government cannot, with this less resources, cannot cater all of them. So I would request the universities to make it compulsory on every student to spend 1 hour of the week, some hours, and they should be given credits, separate credits for that. So maybe 2 credits, 3 credits in their course or something, some favor. Currently, I'm working with the social studies and social responsibility teacher in my university for that. And that teacher is also thinking the same. So somehow, some way, we need to promote this project. And this is my aim. I really love Turkey. I've been here for a long time. So I want to pay back somehow to Turkey, this beautiful country and this amazing people that I met. So I want this to spread in all the country, especially some villages, some small towns. I don't know, like there are some towns that I saw people like the student, they're really different from the people of the city. Their mental level is completely different. So this is how a minute we try to spread this positivity to the far off town, for which like even the government do not have access. So it's the people to people connection. Plus, I mean, if you ask someone who is a little below the party line, he will have some kind of a hate for the richer people that he sees. So it will create a bridge and social harmony in them as well. So it will be a direct communication between them and those students who, for example, study in some rich private universities. They will realize what the ground problem is, what people are suffering from. They don't even have a table to sit, a chair, or a good internet connection. So yeah, this is something that we can do together.
Instead of a question, there is a compliment for you in chat box.
Thank you so much.
His feedback like this. I really like your thoughts. You are doing an inspiring job, and thank you so much. We believe you.
I believe in you. Please join me. Please join this program too. Thank you.
Mr. Mohammed say also, guys, you can show your believing with participating in this project.
Yes. Thank you. So every university student, like consider yourself, this is your project, not mine. So this is your project. Take it as your project and work as if it's it's your project. I need everyone's help. Whatever you do, just tell me. Don't waste your time. Do something productive. Help others.
Also, someone else said class credits is good idea. Also, another.
Yeah, I mean, we want this. We want some credit hours. It happens in the universities abroad. They give credit hours for planting trees, for having a nice summer camp. So why not? I mean, universities can do it.
Yeah. There is no another question as I can see. Guys, you can also ask your question in Turkish. I want to say in this also Turkish, Mr. Muhammed. Arkadaşlar sorularınızı Türkçe'de sorabilirsiniz. Mr. Muhammed'e çevirisini yaparak da sorabiliriz. Merak ettiklerinizi chat box'a yazabilirsiniz. Yeah, Mr. Muhammed, I said they can also ask in Turkish. We will translate it.
Of course. And I'm not Mr. You can call me Farooq or Mohammed. Like I'm also a student. So yeah, I'm just like your friend. No problem.
Okay, Mohammed. There is no any more questions.
All right.
Yeah, if you want
yeah, guys, if you feel that there was a question that comes in your mind later, just email me or ask your friends to convey to me any question, suggestion that comes in your mind after this. Maybe a day later, if you have a new idea about it after this meeting, please let us know. We really need your help and support, and we really need to refine it. If you know someone in your family, let's start from your families. If you know someone from your family who do not have some good access to education, or who wants to learn a language or anything, let us know. We will try to arrange something for you. And also, we do something that I forgot to tell. We are creating a book bank. I asked my friends to donate me books, and we parcel those books to some students who perform well in that class. We did that in some weeks, and the students who perform well in that class, we send them some books. And I think the Turkish postal service, they have this free service, I think, to send the books or something really cheap.
Yeah, I heard about a 50% discount for this.
Yeah, it was really cheap.
Yeah.
It was really cheap, and I was surprised. It was, I think, 2 or 4 liras to send a book. It was really cheap. So if you have some educational things, some books or anything, let us know. It's not just money, it's just anything that can help. So we are going to find people, and let's create a goodness bank, let's say, and help others.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mohammed.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you for your time, everyone.
Yeah, it was our pleasure to listening your entrepreneurship stories. If we don't have any questions, we are ending these meetings, guys. And if you have a question, as Mohammed said, you can reach Mohammed or you can reach the TİİBÖT. We in the description below we have the contact information. Thank you so much, Mohammed. I hope we will get together another time, another meeting, and we will listen your another stories next time.
Thank you. Inshallah, we'll definitely do it. I'm so glad to be here. It's so nice. Thank you, everyone, especially Musa and Dilara and Talha, especially, and everyone who asked me question, everyone who spent time with me. And I love every one of you, and especially those who aim to help with me just start. And yeah, I wish you all a really nice Bayram, Bayramlar, everyone. Thank you so much.
Diyorum ben de herkese. It was our pleasure, Mohammed, and I am thanking you also all participants, and herkese iyi bayramlar. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Have a
See you
nice day.
later.
See you. Take care.